Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I open up my closet doors, I am like, oh, I feel like I have nothing to wear. Who else feels that? Yeah, everybody, right? Well, and the reason why is because as our lives evolve, time has evolved, our careers have evolved, maybe we've had families, gotten a dog, you have a busy personal life, you have a busy career. But so many times, as we evolve, our style doesn't. Because we always take care of everyone else first before we take care of ourselves. So today, I want to ask you one big question. Are you ready for the style revolution happening? That's me as an army. I'll be your commander in chic, okay? Because the truth is there is a style revolution happening, and it's such an amazing thing to get on board because you now can be your most expressive, empowered, colorful self. No longer do you have to be bound to black. Ironically, I'm wearing all black. No longer, you don't have to be. We are going to change all that, and I see so many fabulous colors in the room, so I'm very excited for that. But this is a style revolution, and today I'm going to teach you the tools for professional dress. Now, these are tools for style. I don't talk about fashion. I don't care about it. I don't care about what's on trend. What I care about is you. I care about your style. I care about you understanding your body, what works best for you, and the tools to do that you can literally go home and make the change right now. So let's get started. What is modern professional style? For me, it's 5 things. The first one is fit and proportion. Very important. Body acceptance. Because we all know how, wait, who absolutely 100% thinks they have the most amazing body of all time? No? Okay, me neither. More so, who has something that they don't love about their body? One little insecure something, maybe it's something today and something different tomorrow. We all have it. No body is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Body acceptance is a very key part to you having your own empowered style. Attention to detail. The details in your wardrobe, what they say about you. We're going to be talking about that as well, and that's part of modern professional style. Personality. Again, we were saying you don't have to be stuck on black anymore. You can have personality in your wardrobe and still be professional. It's okay now because we're going to break all of those rules you once thought you knew. And lastly, confidence. They're all important. I'm like, it's the most important, and I could say that about every single one of them. All 5 of these pieces are very important to your overall style and your professional image. So we're going to start by talking about fit, because these are the columns and the foundational tools for you to build and develop your own style. Because again, it's not about fashion. It's not about what's on trend. Yes, you can wear a suit, but if it doesn't fit you, it doesn't look good. And as a professional, you should always represent yourself as the empowered, strong professional woman that you are. So fit. I've tried to memorize this. I can't. I wrote it myself, so I'm going to try to paraphrase. And you can read it yourself. Fit, by my definition, is when a garment is slim to your body frame, tailored. It flatters what you love. It distracts from what you don't love. And it balances your body frame. So understanding your body type is a very key part, because when you know what your body type is, then you can say, okay, now I know what to do. So which body type are you? Yay, you laughed. Wait, which one's your favorite? I have mine. Whose body feels like the never-ending vortex? Or an overcooked broccoli? That one's my personal favorite. I'd like to think I'm the sippy cup because I like to stand like this, but oops, those are the important ones. So anyways, I actually did this not that long ago and nobody laughed, and I was like, so glad you guys got it, thank you. I thought this was hilarious. Okay, the real body types. There's only 5 that you should know that are the most important to know. Yes, we talked about no body is created equal. Every body is different. Every body is imperfect. There's something that we don't love about our body. Every single woman has that. So when you realize that, you can forget about, oh, well, if I don't like my hips, so I'm just not going to try styling myself because I'm just trying to hide it. Or whatever that is for you. You don't have to do that anymore because now you're going to know exactly what body type you are and how to work with it and feel empowered by that. So we're going to start with, I'm going to kind of go through these. The peanut or the hourglass. They all have really weird names, which I think is why that last slide was like, oh, the sippy cup or the dolphin, because they all have like weird names. You could call this a million different things. It's called the hourglass. Let's go through these and then I'll back up and talk about them all. The pear or the triangle. So, okay, actually, let's do it this way. The hourglass is when is considered the most balanced. So it means that your hips and your shoulders are the same distance apart and your waist tapers in. So who feels like they have that? A couple. Who also used to have it? Actually, it's very interesting. A lot of women who come to me and say that they're not an hourglass actually are, because truthfully, it really just means that your shoulders and your hips are the same distance apart and your waist tapers in. So I would like to beg to differ on some people who don't think that they're an hourglass. The pear is when you carry a little bit more weight on the bottom half of your body. So who feels like they're a pear? Okay, awesome. We're gonna talk about how to style that pear of yours. The apple is when you carry your weight a little in the middle. Now, yeah, who, raise your hand, apples. No one admit it. Admit it, and the reason why is because you cannot create your own confident style until you admit what your body looks like right now, because you can feel great in your body now. You're gonna have the tools to feel great with it. So the apple shape, a little more in the middle. Then you have the carrot, which is when you have a stronger shoulder and a slimmer hip. Typically it's a little bit more athletic shaped, and there isn't too much waist definition, but definitely a stronger shoulder. Who feels like they have a broad shoulder? One person, 2, 3, couple? Okay. Has anyone ever called you athletic? Anybody? Okay. You're either typically when that happens, it's usually a column shape or the carrot. So, and the next one is the string bean or a column. You can eat them, they're, fruits, vegetables, or shapes, whatever you want to call yourself. These are your bodies. The column is when you're very rectangular and long and lean. So you can be a petite and you can also be very tall with this body frame. It's typically very angular, and there isn't much waist definition. So those are the 5 main body types. What do you do with them? Now, I have a couple rules that I find go across the board for everything, and I'm going to cover those now, and then we're going to break down into each of them individually. The trick to working with your body type right now is to know that you must balance first. So let's say you are a pear shape, which means you carry the little more on the bottom half. You want to balance by adding a strong shoulder to that top half. And of course, you need to define your waist. If you're an apple, where you carry your weight around the middle, you want to define your waist, which most apples come to me and they beg to differ. They're like, I don't have a waist, Laurie. That's why I'm an apple. And I say, actually, it's hiding in there. Here's where your waistline is. It's not where your middle is. Most of us think that your waist is actually right around the midsection of your body going straight across your belly button. But that's not true. Where your waistline is above that. Beyond that, it's actually the lowest part of your rib cage, which is higher. It's the smallest point of your body, and it is hiding in there, and a lot of times we hide it with a lot of fabric. Right? Who's hiding their waist with fabric today? Right? I saw you. You're wearing a belt. You're not hiding it. So then when you have a carrot, let's say you have a stronger shoulder, you want to build balance by adding more on your hip. That can be either with the full skirt or a peplum, but you want to add the hip and, of course, define your waist. Obviously, defining your waist is a very consistent thing here, because especially as women, when you define your waist, you can look in the mirror and say, oh, I'm a woman. Men can't do that. That's the power of our waistlines. And that's the power of understanding your body type, because when you learn to define your waist with each of these shapes, you will effectively change how you see yourself in the mirror. It's a very powerful thing. So with a string bean or a column, when you don't have much of a waistline, it's just very straight, wear a belt. Add the waist. That's all you really need to do. These are simple, easy things to try. So that's when you balance. So let's talk about distracting and attracting too. Any area, and I didn't talk about the hourglass, I apologize. That is the most balanced. You run the risk, if you put too strong of a shoulder on, to look top heavy. And you run the risk of, if you put too full of a skirt on, to look bottom heavy. So it's always maintaining the balance, and again, defining your waist. But hourglasses still have something about them that they don't love. So you could be an hourglass, but say, well, I think I'm a pear, and I don't like this section. So what do? This goes for every single body shape. You want to wear dark colors on the areas you don't love, whatever that is for you, and brighter colors and patterns and prints in the areas you do love. In the areas you want to shrink, you want to wear vertical lines, side panels, anything that's going to create length and leanness. That's going to be like if you have a tuxedo stripe or side paneling on a dress, that's going to lengthen in the hip. Or if it's a vertical striped top because you want to elongate the top half of your body, maybe you're short-waisted. There's, again, no body is perfect, but these are easy tricks that you can use. So if any area you don't love, whatever that is for you, start with darker colors. And by dark, I don't mean black. You don't have to go black. You could wear a dark berry color as a skirt and a bright white or cream top. That's still dark to light. So you're still minimizing by darkness and adding attention to where you want people to see. Now, I also love, does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so I also love the art of distraction. I think that that's the best part, when you can use a print or a texture or a sparkle or something to draw the eyes to where you want it to be. So with the apple shape, for example, I always recommend that you go dark in the center and do some type of sparkling, bold necklace up top and a fantastic pair of shoes. And the reason why is because people are going to look down at your shoes and then look up at your necklace, and they're not going to look anywhere in the middle because that's where you're the most uncomfortable. It's true. I'm serious. And this is where I feel like I'm a little bit different than most stylists, because I just like practicality. I like ease of how to put it together. And I think it makes sense just to know that you can distract and attract to where you want people to look. I always like having everyone look me in the face. So I always frame my face. And that's either with a great neckline, a great necklace, a great earring, whatever that is. Brighter colors on top for me. Ironically, I wore black today. I was reading my audience, but you guys are much more colorful than I anticipated, which was very exciting for me. So of course I added the shoe. Okay, so let's talk about these body types. So we said a little bit about the hourglass, where you want to make sure you are balancing and keeping yourself feeling balanced. An hourglass can be someone who is size 4, size 0, but she can also be a size 16. It doesn't really mean, just because you might be in a plus range doesn't mean you're an hourglass. Really still, again, means you want to have your shoulders and hips are the same distance apart and your waist tapers in. And of course, Michelle Obama is like the epitome of like the belt-wearing, balanced body frame. She always looks fantastic. This is a great example of that. But I also love the use of a belt to define your waist. It's as simple as adding something like that, or just a great fitted blazer with a pencil skirt, your shirt tucked in. When you tuck your blouse into a pencil skirt and the pencil skirt has a higher waistline, it effectively raises the waistline higher, makes you look taller, makes you look slimmer, and defines your waist for you without having to wear a belt. So you don't always have to wear a belt. But I do like them, and I bring them up often. Just warning. So, and forgive me, there is totally a Kim Kardashian photo here. I do not like her. She's not my girl. I'm not like, that girl's style is amazing. She's dressing horribly for her body type right now, too. But I do like this photo for the pair. And the reason why is because she's wearing black on the bottom which you can do black, you can do navy, you can do berry, you can do wine, you could do even a cobalt. You can have fun with the color down there. But she's wearing a bright mint green jacket, and that's something that draws that eyes up again, and it has a strong shoulder, and we know that she's got a big derriere. So this is actually the perfect outfit for her body frame and for that body frame. So this is a great technique. The next one I love because this is now a brighter pant. You can wear a brighter pant as a pair. Don't be scared. Go brighter on top. This is a great example. Print with a bright yellow on top. She's playing with color. It still looks sophisticated. This is where you can have fun. Are you going to wear this to a board meeting? No. Can you wear this on the Casual Friday? Yes. I do hear that offices are getting more and more casual, and this is a great professional casual look. It's put together, it's colorful, it has personality, and it's slim fit to her body, and she's defining her waist with a belt. Oh, and the wrap dress. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That actually goes for everybody, but with a pear shape, any A-line that kind of floats right over the hips, that's always going to be very flattering. And again, why the wrap dress is so fantastic is that it defines the waist, which we love. Okay, so the apple or the round or the oval, the pierogi, whatever was on the list. This is the easiest one to do because you just define your waist. Whether you use a belt, whether you use a wrap dress that has it built in, whether you use a blouse that has it built in for you, or even wearing just black on black or color on color under and a strong colored blazer over it that is fitted to your waistline. All you need is that fittedness and that tailoring to help define your waist, elongate your frame, and make you look 10 pounds slimmer. It's an unbelievable tool. Now, I'm going to stop here because this is where I find that I have this saying, you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. And I'll say this for everybody. You have to go and try something new. You just have to try it. I'm just saying try it once. That one blouse, you're like, oh, that has waist definition. Laurie, what would Laurie do? Laurie would say, go try that on. You just have to try it because I can guarantee you, you'll notice the difference, you'll feel the difference, you'll see the difference, and so will other people, and that's a very powerful thing in the professional world. So the carrot shape, which is when you have a stronger shoulder, these are great examples of darker on top. Now again, it doesn't have to be all black on top, but minimizing the shoulder with black and adding attention to the hips with either a strong color, a full skirt, a bold print. That's an easy balancing trick, and again, of course, waist definition. That can be with a tailored jacket, it can be with a slim cardigan, it can be with a belt, it can be with a high-waisted skirt. And the string bean, which is very athletic. So the string bean runs the risk of not feeling very feminine. Typically, this is an extremely athletic body shape, very trim, fit, and angular. So the trick to working with the string bean is to add femininity by adding soft fabrics, peplums, anything that, like adding the belt over the cardigan and letting it drape, adding that softness. That will create a feminine shape so that when you look in the mirror as a string bean, you see yourself as a woman. And that's why understanding your body type is so important. I want all of you to feel like a woman when you look in the mirror, because there's nothing more empowering right now than being a woman. And seeing this incredible room of women and hearing some statistics earlier about how there's more women in your industry right now than ever, you guys are poised to take over the world, so you better believe that you are powerful women. And when you look into the mirror, say, I look good today. And these are the tools to teach you how to do that you can change right now. If you've never thought of wearing a print on the bottom half and you have a stronger shoulder, go try it. If you haven't thought about trying to do a structured blazer to help define your waist, go try it. Tailoring is everything in this instance. And of course, nothing off the rack is going to fit everybody, so make best friends with a tailor. You always want to have great tailoring. It represents you well in business, and also you're going to feel good when you look in the mirror and see how fantastic you look with the proper slim fit and tailoring. So let's talk a little bit about proportion, and I like this one because I think that this is another set of rules and tricks that you guys can play with at home right now. Looking longer and leaner. Who wants to look longer and leaner? I think in the end we all want to look longer and leaner, whether we want to look taller, whether we want to look slimmer. These are the ways to do it. So the first one is a V-neck. A V-neck neckline elongates the neckline, elongates the neck. It opens up this space and creates openness so you actually look taller. You can make your neck look slimmer. If you have a short neck, this is your best tool because it will make your neck look longer for you and it'll elongate your whole look. Now, if you're doing anything like a crew or a scoop, which isn't bad, a high scoop can cut off your neckline and actually make you look shorter. So the idea of a V-neck is that it comes into a nice V and elongates up. So that's one easy switch out you can do right now. Choose a V-neck tomorrow. Like, choose a V-neck today. I'm just kidding. It sounded really salesy. Okay. The next is the skin tone heel or flat, whatever that is for you. You know, I know some people that can't wear heels right now, so let's say heel or flat. Skin tone, whatever your skin tone is, go get a shoe in that color. It is the most instant elongating of the legs, slimming of the legs thing that you could ever do. And great because, especially in the professional setting, when you are kind of tending to have to wear a little bit of a longer skirt, obviously I always recommend they should go to the smallest point of your legs. So above the knee, below the knee, or at the ankle. I don't usually like at the ankle, so if you're going to wear a pencil skirt, above the knee or right below the knee. That's where you're the slimmest. If you have any horizontal hem going across any point of your body that's on the wider side, you're just going to widen it even further. So go where it's the smallest. So when you have a longer hem, a nude heel is amazing because now it's going to elongate your body and not make you look shorter. It could work against you if you wear a black skirt and a black shoe. And it's as simple as trying the nude heel at home, and you'll see the difference. And people notice that kind of stuff. Not knowing what you did differently, it's like, what did you do differently here? You're like, nothing. Okay. Oh, it looks like that one's a little bit longer than that one. Okay, well, I guess you can't see the bottom there, but it says high-waisted belt placement or waist placement. So we talked about waistlines, you know, for all the body shapes. This is another instantaneous way to look 10 pounds slimmer and 5 inches taller. When you effectively raise the eye line to your high waist, which is up here, you will look slimmer and taller because you're defining where you're the slimmest. And that goes for every single body shape. So you can do that with a belt. We talked about this. You can do that with a jacket. You can do that with a high-waisted pant or a high-waisted pencil skirt. You can also do that by half tucking your shirt into your pants, meaning you kind of like just like tuck the front, let the rest drape around everything else. It's the best way to show more leg and look longer and leaner. So the more leg we see, the taller you look, the slimmer you look. I've seen it in every closet. I've done this with every client. It's one of the most astounding things that it's like, this is the moment where they're like, oh, you mean if I put a belt here, I can look like this? And I'm like, yes, you can. And so anyways, again, I love a good belt. Okay, the next is a slimmer fit pant. Okay, so this is more when it comes to tailoring. A lot of times if you don't love your legs, we hide it with wider pant legs. And pant like width and everything. You don't need to do that. The slimmer fit your pant is, the slimmer your legs look. It is as simple as that. That goes for everything. The slimmer your clothes are, the slimmer you look. You don't have to hide behind fabric. When you put heavy fabric on, wide fabric on, it actually widens your body. And it adds bulk. Now, for you to look in the mirror and be like, I look tall and fabulous today, slimmer pant can instantly do that for you. And another trick is if you feel like you have a little bit more around the middle, go with a little bit of a higher waistline and find something that has a thicker waistband. Next would be side paneling. We talked about that, but it's vertical lines. Anything vertical on your body elongates. Even a blazer that's open or a cardigan that's open with 2 lines going down the front, that elongates your body. And lastly, a higher jacket hem. So this is kind of a newish one I feel like that's out there. When you have a higher jacket hem, you see more leg. And when you see more leg, you look taller. It's just really as simple as that. So show more leg, not natural leg unless you want to, but not at the office. But like when you show more leg in your pants or skirts, and show where your waistline is at the high waist, again, it's all tied together, you effectively look taller and slimmer. Okay. Well, actually, I want to go back for a second. So these are all foundational tools. This is the basis of style. You can't have style if you don't understand these fit issues that you can fix right now with your body frame. Because style comes from within. And you have to feel good about yourself. You have to feel good about your body and good about your choices. And these tools will teach you to see yourself differently when you start using them that work best for you. And that is different for everybody. So I'm not going to say everyone needs to do this one thing. I want you to take what you feel makes the most sense to you and go try it tomorrow. So now that we have these foundational tools, let's talk about how we can manage our message as professionals. So I call this perception management, message management, managing your message. Laurie's definition. This one I cannot memorize. My mother would kill me. It is like the worst long run-on sentence ever. So I'm going to read it for you. I'm going to read it on this side, actually. Hi, guys, over here. Okay. Managing your message. Laurie's definition. When you use strategic styling techniques to enhance your overall image, status, and positioning in your field, keeping in mind the audience you will have and the memorable impression you want them to receive by your professional representation. Whew, that is a mouthful. Does that make sense to anybody? No. Okay. Yes, I see a couple nodding heads. Basically what I'm trying to say here is what you wear speaks for you before you speak. So instead of, you can get dressed, but why not get dressed with strategy? Why not know that the details and the things that you're adding into your look, now that you have the foundation, it's actually going to work for you in a networking situation, in a business meeting, in a new client meeting, in a new interview, whatever that is for you. So when you want to manage your message, there's a couple things you need to know. Know who you are. Where are you in your position? Who are you as a person? You should know these things, obviously. But I really would think deeply about what that is, because who you are and who you want to be are very important factors to you coming up with ways to strategize how you want people to perceive you. You should know what you want to say. What do you want people to know about you? If everyone looked at your outfit right now, what do you think they would say about you, just without you opening your mouth and having met you? Are you meticulous and professional? Are you approachable and sweet? Are you authoritative but also seem approachable? What is that? We're going to talk about how to do that. And the last is know your audience. So important. Because if you don't know who you're going to be talking to and what they want to see out of you, your strategy is not going to work for you. So it's all about, I think style should be strategic, especially for professionals, because we can get the most out of every situation and feel good that we made the right choices for that moment. Okay, so let's get into the details. These are ones that go across the board, I think, and represent professionals well. So keeping up your quality. What does that mean? Does not mean you should be wearing expensive clothes all the time. Not everyone can afford that. I mean, you can buy inexpensively, but look expensive. Because the reason why is that you should take care of your clothes, which I'm sure a lot of you do, but there's little things and details that happen in our wardrobe over time when we haven't evolved our style that we tend to overlook. So the big thing I see in everyone's closet is a pilled blouse. So if you have like a knit top and it's starting to get those little pills, don't overlook it. It diminishes the value of your look. You could be wearing a Theory suit, a Dolce & Gabbana suit, the most expensive suit that you have out there, except your shoes are scuffed. It diminishes the value of your look. So remembering those little details in your wardrobe when it comes to quality, you can wear a suit from Express, but you can have a fantastically shined patent pair of pumps or flats that look great on you and a fresh new handbag, and you instantly feel elevated. Nobody knows the difference. No one knows the difference. Next is minding your accessories. Accessories are a huge part of your overall outfit and your overall image. Now, who is scared of accessories? I find that people have a challenge with accessories. I see hands out there. So what's amazing about accessories is that I have this thing for professionals called the 4-piece rule, which is basically every outfit you put together should have at least 4 pieces involved in it. Meaning, you could have a suit on, so you would have your suit top, or your shirt, your suit jacket, and your suit pant, or your suit skirt. Okay, you have clothes on, great. But you put a necklace on that, it becomes an outfit. That is the additional detail that you can add to your look that says to other people, you thought about something a little bit more, you took a little extra time in the morning to put it together. They're not necessarily like, oh, she took extra time this morning. It doesn't work like that. It's more of like a robot. It doesn't really work like that, but it's more like a subliminal messaging. You know, it's like people notice but don't know why. This is this little, like, these are secrets that no one's talking about. So if you think about the 4-piece rule, you should always have 4 pieces. You can have more than that. You can have 5. I usually don't count shoes, and I don't count handbags. So think about, like, for example, a dress. Now, I know for me, for now, I'm totally not wearing my rule, by the way. So I'm going against it, not on purpose, but I wanted to look clean and not scare you guys with patterns because I like color and pattern. So I went with black. But if you wear a dress, let's say, what would be your 4 pieces? A belt, a necklace, cardigan, or a jacket. You can put that belt over the cardigan, or under the cardigan, or under the belt. Or under the belt. Or under the jacket, is what I was going to say. That's 4 pieces. So one, it reflects positively on you that you took the time to come up with an outfit as opposed to just putting on clothes today. Second, it makes getting dressed fun because when you stand in your closet tomorrow morning, I want every one of you to do this, put your clothes on and say, do I have my 4th piece on yet? And go find what that is for you. Maybe it is a belt, maybe it is a necklace, maybe it's an earring, whatever that is, or a great cuff. Have fun. Getting dressed should be fun and creative, and when you feel good getting dressed, it just kind of makes your day a lot better. So the 4-piece rule. So accessories are very important. Also, going into handbags and shoes, very important. Women look at shoes, so it's always like great to, you know, have a great shoe on. For me, I like a great smashing pair of shoes because I feel like it's one of those things that people notice me by. They'll stop me and be like, where did you get those? And I'm like, oh, thanks. Hi, I'm Laurie. I'm an image consultant. It's like my instantaneous, I know, I'm not pushy or anything. Like, here's my card, take it. It's instantaneous connection. I mean, think about how positive a reaction you can get when someone walks up to you because you're wearing a statement necklace or a floral scarf and says, I love that, that's beautiful, and because they noticed you. And now you're like, hi, I'm Laurie, and you made a connection. That is a very powerful tool when it comes to networking and when it comes to business. It's almost like having a power piece and keeping it consistent. What is that for you? It doesn't have to be an accessory, but the way that you style yourself should have a consistency to it. Because when you are consistent with your style, people remember that. Now, aside from that, I also feel like consistency in your style reflects consistency in your business. These details are subliminal messaging to, are you meticulous with your work? Do you take time with what you do? Are you, these are the things that can speak for you, and they'll think, wow, she's so put together. She's, got everything together. She looks so put together. And you're like, okay, great, I just threw this on today. But no one has to know that you just tried out these new tools tomorrow. It's like almost like faking it until you make it. You have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. You have to try these new things to see how powerful they can be for you. And personal presence, of course, we know. Standing up tall, a great handshake, eye contact, confidence in your voice. Again, those are still details to your outfit because you can have all of this together, but if you are like, hi, I'm Laurie, no one's going to really acknowledge you. You're not going to get the most out of that impression you want to have, that most out of the situation. So I want to change the game for everybody today. These are my 10 instant professional outfit game changers. It's a long phrase. I was actually going to call them outfit elevators, but I like game changers better. So let's talk about what those are. Because these are things you can immediately do tomorrow. Again, I think this whole thing you could do tomorrow. I'd like to hear about all of that from you guys. Okay, the first one is the nude heel. Now, yes, we talked about it elongates, but what it does instead of choosing the black heel, you go nude. And the reason why is because it's a little unexpected. Now that shows a little personality. So when we're talking about adding personality into professionalism, you can wear your black suit, you can wear the peach blouse, you can wear the leopard belt. You put on a nude shoe instead of a black shoe. One, it's elongating your frame, and two, it's different. People notice that. The next, a bold jacket. Now, there was tons, and I see tons of jackets. There's lots of color over here. I love it, ladies. A bold jacket is a great way to make a statement when you walk into a room. Most people choose black. Most people choose gray. Most people choose navy. There's nothing wrong with that. But what works great is wearing something that makes you stand out in a positive way. Again, tailoring, very important when it comes to this. It should be a nicely fitted jacket. People notice when you're standing out in a crowd and not afraid to express yourself. That becomes approachable. That becomes noticeable. You become different. People want to know who you are. Who's that girl in the red jacket? Who's that girl in the pink jacket? People notice those things. Put a belt on it. Surprise! Okay, so I actually do an inspirational women's talk called A Great Belt and an Open Mind, because I believe that the belt itself is a gateway to potential for all of you, and you, and you, and you. It's this magical little tool that if we only knew how to use it in all body frames, it could change the course of every single day of our lives. I truly believe it. But in this instance, why is it a game changer for you? Because it is that additional detail. You can wear a dress, or you can wear a dress with a belt, and it's an outfit. So think about your wardrobe, and not as just clothes, but in outfits. When it feels put together, you look put together, and it's a professional that represents you so strongly in any situation. Okay. Next is the chiffon blouse. This is a fantastic one because I love that it offers a bit of femininity into our suits and professional settings. So a lot of times suits are very angular, they have sharp edges, they make us feel very authoritative, and we're in the man's world, but the chiffon blouse offsets that. You can be authoritative in your suit and feminine in your blouse. And when they come together, they make the perfect mix of authoritativeness and femininity. You can be a woman and you can be powerful. Separating the suit is the next one. So when you separate the suit, meaning you can hang your suit up in your closet with the jacket and the pant together, okay, and then you wear it as a suit. But you actually have two pieces there to work with. You have a jacket that you could wear with a chiffon blouse and a jean and wear that for a business casual setting, or you could take your slacks or your skirt and wear it with a different blouse and a cardigan. You can separate your suit. Why it's important? It shows that you have creativity, that you think outside of the box. That's a very powerful thing as well. The statement necklace, love it. It frames the face. It draws the eyes in. It keeps the eyes right here where you want them to look. It is an art of distraction. And it also is a means of communication. When you wear a statement necklace, typically people will notice and they will walk up to you and say, that is amazing. Whatever that is, where did you get it? You know. And then you've met somebody new. The pop of print. Great, easy way to have personality in your look. Now, I've seen prints today, which I love, love, love. So I'm a huge fan of print. I actually do a lot of print mixing. You can do that, but for you guys, I would say baby steps. Not because I don't believe that you can do it, but I just feel like, you know, that might be a little scary let's not push your boundaries yet. But print, you know, are you meticulous and more structured and you want to wear graphic print? Or do you want to show a little bit more softness and femininity? Do you wear a watercolor print or a floral? You can use prints to your advantage based on the kind of prints they are. High graphic prints, high graphic colors like the black, the white, the blue, that's very strong and authoritative. A soft floral or a soft pattern that's peach and yellow and pink, or in baby blue, that's going to be softer. So you can actually use the print in your wardrobe to get a different message out. A bold scarf. Who's wearing a scarf today? I know there's one lovely lady wearing a scarf. Anyone else? Okay, one lady's wearing a scarf. You guys, scarves are amazing. I see another one over there. Didn't want to raise your hand. I see you. Okay. Scarves are amazing. They add color if you don't have color in your wardrobe already. Maybe you are wearing mostly neutrals. A scarf is a fantastic way to add a pop of something interesting. Frame your face with color. Brighten up your skin. It's amazing what coral, teal, strawberry, turquoise, those colors are amazing on every single skin tone. Jewel tones, purples, frame your face with that. So you have a very neutral wardrobe right now. Go get a purple scarf, go get a turquoise scarf and wrap it around your neck and brighten up your look. People will notice. And an updated handbag. Now, I guess it's my industry and that's what I do, and I love looking at everyone's everything. So I've seen a lot of fantastic handbags here today, so I applaud all of you. I don't remember whose were whose, I just remember seeing a lot of them. But one of the things that can diminish the overall look is a handbag if it's not updated. So if you haven't updated your handbag, this is an easy thing to invest in right now, and go get an investment piece. Handbags say, you know, get something in leather, get something in a color. Again, if you have mostly neutrals in your closet, or maybe you have certain color stories in your closet, go get the opposite color to that. Maybe you wear more pinks and peaches, so go get a blue or a teal, and vice versa. You can have fun with your handbag. It's an accessory. It says a lot about you, and when you have a strong, bold handbag, it says that you're creative, you think outside the box, and as professionals, I want you all to have that same impression from everyone. You are women, you're creative, you're interesting, you all have different personalities. Pick a bag that represents you, that's modern, and it will show your personality as well as your professionalism. So that was number 9. Before we get to number 10, I have exciting news. I've seen a lot of you today, so I thank you guys all for coming to my booth. I wrote a book. I'm so excited about. I wrote my first book. I've actually wrote it a while ago. I finally just published it. It is not officially published, so you can't buy it just yet. But for those of you who entered my giveaway, you're all going to be first to know when this book comes out. It's 12 Steps to Style, and it is 12 steps to empowering your style in your life, breaking down every single aspect to style that has to do with you, the individual, and your own closet. You don't have to buy clothes. You can just work with what you have and discover yourself again through this art of style. And I'm very passionate about it. I'm very proud about it. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. So, and I invite you to, if you haven't enter the giveaway, come see me after anyways. I would love to talk to you. I care about what I do so much. I care about women. I care about people. I care about you feeling confident so that you can walk out every day and take on the world. I care about you feeling like a woman and feeling empowered. And I know that style is a catalyst for that. So I am here to help you with that. If anyone wants to talk about that later, that's what I'm here for, because the trick to style is number 10, confidence. Having confidence. You can't have style unless you have confidence. If you don't feel good about yourself, it's diminishing the value of your overall look as a professional. You can have style. You just need confidence. I love this quote. I can memorize a whole speech, but I can't memorize these like little things. Okay, over the years, I have learned that what is important in a dress is the woman wearing it. It's as simple as that, ladies. You all individually are incredible, amazing, different, unique, authentic. But if you don't feel that way about yourself, it's not going to shine through. But when you use style, to almost trick yourself when you look in the mirror and say, I look good today because you use these great tools. You can start feeling a little bit more empowered, a little bit more confident. And that confidence, when you feel great about yourself, radiates beyond your wardrobe and into everyone else's space, and they want to know who you are. They don't know what's different. They don't know what's going on. They just want to know who you are because you feel like great energy. Because style is confidence. And confidence is style. Confidence for all professionals is the key. Thank you. We good? Yes.
Like when you say wear a belt,
Uh-huh.
like if I'm wearing this cardigan and I know that like the style is to wear the belt over the cardigan.
Yeah.
Right? Well, my problem area is my tummy.
Do you want to come up here? Who has a belt I can borrow? Anyone want to take off their belt? Okay, come here. Okay, this is good. Learning point for everybody. Okay, so number one, here's where you want your belt. Do you mind if I touch you? Yes. Oh, yay! Yes! Okay. I love live demo. Thank you so much. Okay. So most of us think that our belt should be lower. I wouldn't do this if you had a banded bottom on your blouse. It should be a loose blouse for you. Basically, you want the belt to sit, typically we would think down here. If you could turn around, you can see her proportion feels a little bit short. But see, and you're short and petite, but if you just put it a little bit higher, it elongates your look. It slims down the frame, and what I like to do, I can't see you from the front. Sorry, I'm touching your boob now. Oh gosh, you guys can hear that, sorry. Edit that out. What happens is you use the cardigan to elongate the frame by creating two vertical lines, bringing it inward, slimming down her frame, and you add the belt in the high waist. This is where she is the slimmest, right in here. That's where the waist should be defined. That can actually make you look taller and slimmer. Now, if you did a belt like this, I think this is too bright of a belt for this outfit. So I would, if you wore a belt this white with this outfit, I would do a stronger necklace to balance it out. Or you could do a black, like a navy or a black belt as well. Well, I think this, we need a little bit more room in here. So just more of like a more flowier blouse would work better for this. But up here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, so this way. So you can kind of see the difference, as opposed to down here, which is where most people think that their belt's supposed to be. And this doesn't look good. You look fabulous, but the belt doesn't look good. So that's what I would do with that.
Okay.
Try it with dresses first. Try with dresses first. They're the easiest thing you can add a belt to right now, and then start, elaborating. But again, get uncomfortable. You're welcome. Oh. Thanks, guys. So I'm going to be here. My table's still set up, so come find me and have any more questions. I'm happy to answer them. And thank you guys so much. Thank you.